I'm going to talk to you guys about Star Wars The Last Jedi. Okay, have years gone by already? Everybody knows what everybody thinks about this movie, okay? People love it, people hate it. It's a very divisive movie, okay? It's the most divisive thing Star Wars fans have seen since the prequels, okay? Even more than The Force Awakens, okay? So, there's nothing going to be said here where it's going to be new or anything, or I'm not going to be speaking for anybody. I'm going to be speaking for my own opinions. Just kind of want to revisit it. You know, I don't really do these. I think I did it for like Get Out. We just revisit it, see what I think about it, see if I still love the movie as much. Because in the first review I said I really liked it. It was a really good movie. I thought it still was one of my favorite movies of that year. I appreciate how the movie was presented. So like, do I dislike some things now? Do I hate things now? Like, how has my opinion changed? So this is just my opinion. Give me your honest opinions if you guys want to after the video. No BS ones. I still don't welcome all that crap. Just if you want to have a conversation, I like hearing those, and I like talking about disagreeing or agreeing what we thought of the movie. So still, Star Wars The Last Jedi, just seeing it, giving it more viewings, because I actually, enjoyed it. So I wanted to see if maybe it would just go down or maybe go up still after so many viewings. And what I can come up with it is I still like it as much. The basis of what I think is there. I see more of the flaws of what I thought of, like, my first opinion. Like, it's a 2 hour and 30-minute movie. But from beyond the point where, like, Rey leaves Act 2, Luke and Yoda have their talk. Everything on there for me, it's really fun. Like, at least as an enjoyable movie. I like everything from the Snoke's throne room scene. That was really good. The choreograph is not the best, but still, it was really good to watch. It was well directed. It's a mixture of the original and the prequel trilogy kind of choreography, I would say. And then also seeing Luke and Kylo. Even though I kind of noticed more that there was less of that and more of the whole Resistance leaving, I would love to see more Luke and Kylo battling out. Even if the lightsabers don't touch, just kind of dodging each other, still trying to psych each other out. I really wanted more of that. It does kind of irritate me from time to time. But like seeing all that, from the destruction that goes on the supremacy, seeing the two climactic scenes that built up in the movie, all that second half, I really find enjoyable. I like it. Even if some things defy what Star Wars lore is, I still really enjoy it. The first half, though, it really does suffer. Like, besides Luke, Rey, Kylo's storyline, everything else is good or not really unnecessary. Like, that casino scenes, all that, what people have made vocal, canceled by it really could have been done without, even if it's the connective tissue to many things that leads on to the supremacy, they could have really thought of something else. I'm not gonna lie, Rose's character I think I enjoyed. I said in the first one, I really could care less. More and more I see there's potential in there. I want to see what JJ does, but at the time being, she's not memorable. She's nothing really to care about right now. It was more her sister rather than her. Finn had a promising start in The Force Awakens. He has an arc. You kind of have to squint a bit, but he has an arc. But I have no interest in him. Like, at least, like, not until episode 9 to see where it takes me. Now it's just like, it is what it is. He got over Rey. He accepted himself now as part of the Rebels, the Resistance. But his character kind of just the suffering. Like they don't give him too much, and they don't develop too much even on his character. He could have been maybe like the next Han Solo if he could have. He had a little bit more charm, which I see here and there, but no, nothing too much from the end of the movie. We'll see if he continues his arc with Rose, or they give him a new arc now. Maybe he's not a Jedi, but he helps train people here and there in like combat. We'll see. Poe Dameron, his arc, he has one too. It could have been really tweaked better. I see that one loud and clear. It's my second storyline, honestly, the Leia and Poe, really, after Kylo, Rey, and Luke. It really could have been better. I'm not a fan too much. I understand they didn't have to time everything, and I'm not going to say they should have given the plans. My version of it is, I don't like the way they treat him. I really think they could have just told him something. They could have worked something out. I know he's lower ranking, whatever, but it didn't feel right the way especially Holdo kept treating him. It really felt very gender kind of favoritism, and not until Leia finally telling Poe somehow like what was going on. I wish that could have been done earlier. I wish they could have changed it up. Just this all goes back to, I love give me 5 hours of Star Wars. It's fine. 2 hours and 30 minutes, I would have loved. But put it more necessary. It's hit and miss, but I don't want to cut it. It needs to be cut though to make it a better movie. But if you're making 2 hours and 30, I'd like to see better, like better just work into the movie. I like that he will have a kind of his arc to see what he becomes like. Not the next Leia, but will take basically the role in the next one for Poe. His arc, I am interested to see how he develops. Even though development here was a little bit rocky, I am excited mostly for him for the good guys. Then the whole, what else is there really? Snoke, I'm going to be honest, I did not care. Even when I saw the movie the first time, I did not care. I wasn't invested in The Force Awakens. I thought he was interesting, mysterious here. We'll see what he's about. But to me, Kylo Ren is the bad guy. He's the one that is the Darth Vader, the Emperor Palpatine of the story. Not comparing them, but of the story. And it's cool. I like that it's different. You get someone that like we skip the top guy, just make the guy that was like Darth Vader just starting out all promising badass, just give him that role. Now it's Kylo Ren is the one that has the best arc in the movie. He's the one, in my opinion, I want to see. He is one of my favorite characters in the sequel trilogy. I want to see what he does as Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So his is the best. I can tell it shows Rian Johnson really cared mostly his character and kind of gave it the best arc could. Favoritism, he's my favorite character too, but I would like to see the good guys too get more, so I'm trying to be fair. But Kylo Ren is the best part as in the characters. I like his arc satisfying. I respect for him taking out Han Solo, even though he's one of my original favorites. But at least now I'm like, he took out Snoke, so it's like it all evens out for me. I'm like, I don't like that he took out Han, but I give him respect that he did. So for me, like him taking out Snoke now, I'm just like, okay, I can see myself not wasting time investing for this guy as one of my favorites for this new saga, for the trilogy saga. But then seeing Luke and then working him in all this now, I like that he was using the whole the basically Doctor Strange in it. But you did not have to kill him off, honestly. Looking at it more, you could have just saved that for episode 9. I understand. I looked at what Rian Johnson was trying to do, and it's beautiful the way he's taken out. It's fine. I love that. It's a work of art. But why couldn't they kind of save that for the next one? Why couldn't they somehow work Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams, getting each other notes, maybe to try to see if they can fit in it? So, I don't know. I liked what he did, but the execution, we didn't have to do that right now. So, it's bittersweet. I like Luke. I like the character change. I wanted to see him get a different change. That's why if he would have lived, and then we would have saw more Luke that we loved in episode 9, we would have been fine with 8. So I'm interested to see how he comes back. It's probably going to have as much screen time as Ben Kenobi and like from episode 5 or 6. We'll see. I hope enough screen time where they combine from both Ben's appearances in those two movies, make it as much, maybe a little bit more for episode 9. I want to see more Luke. He will be in the movie, but just give me enough. Show me more of that original Luke. But I'm not complaining with the Luke that I got. I love that little change. Another execution that could have been solved better. I understood why he was going to take out Kylo. He had a quick change, realized that he was becoming his father, so he took that back. It's all there. It's just Ryan could have done a little bit better, tweaking it. Just could have revised it more, the script. But being taken out, you didn't need to. Come on, we could have ended it with him. Like, give Mark Hamill one last ride. He deserves it. Give him that at least to let him be the Luke he loves for 9. So we'll see where that goes. So yeah, here and there, like misses, like that's the characters. The whole mythology of the Force, I want to see that. I like how Yoda can do lightning now and hit it on the island. The Force sky telekinesis thing, it's interesting. I can see this being maybe the start of it. Maybe it gets improved on 9. I don't hate that. It is kind of just. It feels a little bit cheap, but I want to see it kind of. It has the potential. I want to see it grow more. Where people are missing, where I probably would call out, is more in the pacing also, because pacing has been something that stood out for me. Where like you have characters here and there, and that's again the story. You have too much things trying to tie up, but the editing just goes back and forth. You just kind of doesn't stay in one place. It does, but not as much. But it suffers so many people because you get Leia taken out. She doesn't come back until later, an hour into the story. I kind of think that's sort of lazy writing. Kylo, Doesn't get as much after talking with Snoke the first few scenes, and then coming back, getting ready for the throne scene. People here and there, even like I noticed, like Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Force Awakens still has that magical Star Wars editing cut. Last Jedi barely uses it. So I'm wondering what happened. I do appreciate the look of this movie. I love the way Crate looks, especially when Luke and Kylo are just fighting. It's a work of art. It's good art right there. You can paint it, certain shots. I do love everything. Like aesthetic wise, at least Rian Johnson does a good job. I gotta give this man credit. He pushed the element of Star Wars, and I appreciate that. So instead of saying just, oh, it took risks, like I acknowledge the risk. I love some of it. Other parts I question. As overall for the Star Wars, they set it up where you don't know what's gonna happen in 9. I am kind of like, I'm liking that you don't know what's happening in 9, but I'm kind of half interested now because of like how the original characters are just all out. Like you have Lando here and there. I can't wait to see how he's done. Finally, they're bringing back Billy D. Williams. As for everybody else, I feel like because with what happened with Carrie Fisher and then just having Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, like out, like they're not gonna have as much screen time. The Last Jedi really felt like the final chapter of like the original characters of this saga, at least for episodes 4, 5, and 6, wrapped up here in this one. And now it's really just the new characters, and I really hope they tie them up more. Got to get more missions with Rey, Finn, and Poe together. And then what's going to be holding me on is just to see how Kylo does. So I'm not too much pessimistic of the franchise. I have hope. No pun intended, but take it as you want. But we'll see. So Rian Johnson he gives it the push I think Star Wars does need. I just applaud him for that. I appreciate him taking the risk, but with that came with a little bit of things that he missed here and there and kind of suffered. Interesting then to see how J.J. Abrams ties it up and just gives it a satisfying conclusion, okay, for the originals, the prequels, and the sequel fans, Still have faith. Let's write out this trilogy. Let's just have a good time, okay? And one thing I do want to say before I lead off is Star Wars, this franchise itself, is the Skywalkers. People say that bring in new characters. I totally disagree with that. Use that for the spin-offs. That's the purpose. If not, what's the point? Then the Star Wars, the saga ones, are just new characters too. Why even bother having the spin-offs? Star Wars, George Lucas made intentional. It's about the Skywalkers. It's a family drama. I love seeing this. I love seeing passing the torch with, starting with Anakin Skywalker, heading into Luke and Leia, and having Ben Solo with Kylo, having all these characters then get intertwined. Because then you have, like that, you start having Finn, Poe, Lando Calrissian, Han Solo, so many more. And I want this continue. I want to see. I don't want Episode 9 to be the last of the Skywalker saga. Ben Solo is a Skywalker. He is what I'm going to be looking for. He is what's going to continue 9 at least. We'll see where it goes on from there. But please, have the Star Wars saga be the Skywalker saga. That's what I want to see more. That's where I hope their direction goes. So let me know, guys, what you think of Star Wars The Last Jedi. How much do you guys despise it? How much do you guys love it? Give a valid argument. Something where we could just discuss, chat. Like I said, no BS. Just something respectable. And let's just have a discussion, guys. So, as always, roll an empire. Laugh, smile, repeat.